All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we just did is we did a simple random sample and we talked about these 50 state nominees, right? 19, 22, 39, 50, 34, and 5. And we labeled them in alpha order, okay? Now, here's an issue, guys. Sometimes this sample is not representative of the population. We randomize so we have something representative of the population. But the issue is here, guys, is this might not be. Okay, so what do we need to do? What's a better way to do this? Like, for example, what if these were all girls? Are all girls representative of our population? No, not necessarily, okay? Or for example, let's say I wanted to sample 100 people from Armstrong. What if I got all seniors in that sample? That's not representative of Armstrong. So we need a better way, and that's called a stratified random sample. Okay, here's an example of a stratified random sample. Suppose we want to learn how students feel about funding for the football team at a large university. I don't like this one. We're gonna go to the next one. Okay, here, why do we stratify though? The most important benefit of stratifying is reducing the variability of our results. Stratified random sample can reduce bias even more than a simple random sample. And they can help us notice important differences among groups. What I have up here, guys, is I have some names. Poppy, Branch, Aspen, DJ, Suki, Bridget, I think it's Chef, Creek, King, Gristle, Biggie, Guy, Diamond, Harper, King, Peppy, Maggie, Rapunzel, Eric, Ariel, John, Elsa, and Christoph. I will often ask my kids in my class, who do you think these people are? And many times people say, are they rappers? Are they musicians? Who are they? But you'll notice these first ones are characters from the movie Trolls. And then we get Rapunzel, we have Little Mermaid, and then finally we have Frozen, okay? And I have the gender written down for these characters, okay? Now, I want to sample 6 of them. Is it possible if I would do a simple random sample, I would pull out every student or every person that was a female? Or is it possible that I could pull out only the Trolls characters? That's probable, right? So let's talk about that because we want something that's representative. We have the movie Trolls, right? Then we have Disney movies over here. What if our sample of size 6 was only people from the movie Trolls? That wouldn't be okay. Okay, that's not representative. So we need something a little more representative. Okay, so I want to sample 4 students. It's possible, I know I said 6 before, but I'm changing it just to make this a little bit faster. It is possible if I put all these kids' names in a hat, I could pull out 4 of them and they could all be Trolls characters. Well, that's not necessarily representative of the population because you guys, I have Trolls characters, right? And then I have Disney characters. So what we're going to do is we're going to stratify. This is a stratified sample. And when we stratify, we're going to stratify by type of movie. So we're going to break them into groups of Trolls versus Disney. So I'm going to do that first. So what I want to do now is I want to label all the Trolls, okay? And then I want to label all the Disney characters. So I'm going to write that down here. And you're going to have to do this in your homework. So that's why I'm doing it with you again here. I have Poppy, Branch, Aspen, DJ, Suki, Bridget, I love Bridget, Chef, Creek, King, Gristle, Biggie, Guy, Diamond, Harper, King, Peppy, and Maggie, okay? Then I have my Disney characters, right? My Disney characters are Rapunzel, Eric, Ariel, John, Elsa, and Christoph, okay? And I don't even know why we have the gender up there. That really doesn't matter right now, okay? We should have just put what movie they're in, right? Okay, so keeping going now, that's the first thing we want to do. We want to talk about how is this population different? And we're going to break them up into the groups on how they're different. So we're looking at the kind of movie that they're in. Next, what we want to do, guys, is we want 2 from each of these groups. So I want 2 people from Trolls and 2 people from Disney. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a simple random sample, what I just did in the last video, 2 times. I'm going to do it once with Trolls characters and once, or I'm sorry, I'm going to do it a simple random sample of 2 with the Trolls characters and a simple random sample of 2 with the Disney character. So how am I going to label? Well, the Trolls characters, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total Trolls characters, okay? So I'm going to say the Trolls characters, I'm going to label 0, 1 through 15, okay? So I could put them in alphabetical order or not. It doesn't really matter, but I could say Poppy would be 0, 1, right? Branch would be 0, 2. Aspen would be 0, 3. DJ Suki would be 0, 4. Bridget would be 0, 5. Chef would be 0, 6. Creek 0, 7. King Gristle 0, 8. Biggie 0, 9. Guy 10. Diamond 11. Harper 12. King Beppy 13. The good thing I did this because I counted wrong. There's only 14, so let's change that. And then with the Disney characters, I'm going to label, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, okay? So I'm going to label them 1 through 6. So Rapunzel would be 1, Eric would be 2, Ariel would be 3, John would be 4, Elsa would be 5, and Kristoff would be 6, okay? Next, I want to know, how will I use the table? Well, I have to do this twice. Remember, I want 2 of the numbers 0, 1 through 15 from Trolls and 2 from Disney, okay? Let's go to our table right now. Oops, sorry guys. Gotta go to my other one. And this time, let's go to line, I'm gonna pick line 116. Okay, line 116. I'm going to choose the line unless, or you can choose the line unless I give it to you. Okay, so line 116 is where I'm going. Okay, the first one I'm looking at is I'm seeing, hey, 14. Okay, 14. I'm doing Trolls first. Okay, do I have a 14 label in my Trolls characters? And I do. That's my last one. That's Maggie. Okay, so how will we use the table? Let's actually get our people first. We have Maggie from the Trolls, because she was 14. Now let's go back. My next one I have is 45. Well, my Trolls are only labeled 0, 1 to 14, so I have to cross it off. 92, there's no 92 Troll. 60, keep crossing. 56. 31, 42, 48, but 3, bingo, we're in luck. 0, 3, ladies and gentlemen. If I go and I look at my characters, I do have someone labeled 3, and that's Aspen, okay? So Aspen is also going to be part of my sample. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about the Disney characters. Now what do I do, guys? Now remember, you guys, my Disney characters are all only labeled 1 through 6. So when I go to that table, you guys, let's look. 1 through 6, I'm going to look here and I'm going to go by 1 digit. I'm going to just start from where I left off. I left off here. I'm going to start at 7. Do I have a 7th person in my Disney characters? And I don't. I only have a 6th person, 1 through 6. So I'm going to go back and then I say 1. Well, 1 does work, okay? So who is my first character? That's Rapunzel. So for the Disney characters, Rapunzel will be picked. Then I'm going to keep going because I need 2 from each. Okay, the next one is 6. Do I have a 6th character? If I look back, I do have a 6th character, and that is Kristoff right here. So that's my second one. Now I have a sample of size 4. And guess what? It's more representative of the population because I do have some Trolls and some Disney characters, okay? Now what we need to do, though, is we need to be able to describe this, okay? So what did we do, guys? We went to line 1/16 first. We went across by 2 digits. If the number was between 01 to 14, that was part of our sample, our troll sample. Okay? Can we use repeats? We can't use repeats. We stop after we have a sample of 2 trolls. Okay? Next, we kept going, but we looked at numbers from 1 to 6. Now we're doing single digits. If it was between 1 and 6, it was part of our Disney sample. We still cannot use repeats. Okay? We stopped after we had 2 Disney characters. And then finally, you always have to say what your sample is. Well, I like to do the sample first. This, guys, was a stratified random sample, okay? Again, what's nice about a stratified random sample, ladies and gentlemen, is it gets something that is more representative, okay? We noticed there was a difference between the trolls and the Disney characters. And apologize for the gender, that's really just not necessary right there. I went fast, so hopefully you were pausing, slowing where you needed to, or stopping where you needed to. And we'll go through questions